All right, cool.
All right, let's do a test. Test the audio.
So how would you prefer to run this?
Do I have a lisp? Oh, I think I'm gonna give myself a lisp
What do you mean by give yourself a lisp?
because now I'm focused on my pronunciation. That
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna give myself a lisp.
So how would you prefer to run this podcast? Do you want to look at the audio, or do you want to look at ourselves? Like, what do you want to look at?
I think I don't need to look at myself because that is not necessary. I think I could look at you
Yeah.
because you're the person I'm speaking to.
No, because it's necessary.
And it's necessary.
All right, and this is how people do it, man. This is like a podcast. We're making the podcast right now. Yeah, welcome to the show.
欢迎光临。
欢迎光临。
大家好，欢迎光临来到我们的新的 podcast 呢。等一下呢，就是我们会 That's how they all talk.
今天我们 Damn, it takes up so much energy. I think we should Dang, I'm gonna get a lisp. I think we should introduce ourselves. I'm Ander Saucy.
I go my many names. 克里斯、科瑞、Chris. What if we first watch a couple intros to some podcasts before we start?
No, we're starting.
Hey, it's Zimbabwe here in Taipei, Taiwan.
Yeah, we're coming at you from Taipei, Taiwan. We have to do like a formal introduction. Both of us, we did not grow up in Taiwan, but we live in Taiwan. We've known each other for a decent amount of time.
Should we give a full background story?
I
Like,
don't
what
think so.
are we doing here?
No,
Why
I
are
think
we
we
in Taiwan?
No, we gotta like give him like, you can't give the whole cookie jar.
Okay,
You gotta do it chip by chip.
you can
Chip by chip?
chip by chip.
Chip by chip? Is that a Taiwan podcast right there? Oh.
Okay, chip by chip.
This is not like although we have
Like no cookies.
we have
no
some
Lays.
understanding of tech. This is not a tech podcast.
It can be.
I don't think it can. I don't think I'd be able to last. We've been wanting to make a podcast for some time. I think we threw some names around. The Not About Taiwan podcast is what I said earlier today, but we had ones before.
I don't remember.
I think it was like the Booming by podcast.
Booming by podcast.
What do you think about that name though? The Not About Taiwan podcast.
I think it's okay because what eventually is going to happen is we're going to talk about Taiwan and being in Taiwan. And then it won't make sense at first to the viewer, right? Because they're going to be like, I thought this wasn't about Taiwan. But then over time, they will start to understand why we think that name is fitting.
Yeah. It's
Like, we don't have to directly express it, but it will come out in just conversation.
it's an acquired joke.
An acquired joke. Just what happened in Taiwan.
Well,
What's been
we
happening?
have stuff that happened recently. Like,
All right, what's been happening? Tell us about it.
Okay, tell me about your earthquake story.
All right, so earthquake. All right, so I'm sleeping. Okay, so maybe a week ago or 2 weeks ago, I'm sleeping. Actually, I don't remember the day. I think it was like April 20th. I'm not sure, but
It was April 3rd. April 2nd or April 3rd.
okay, so I'm way off. All right, cool. So it's 8 a.m. I'm half asleep, and then the room starts shaking, right? And I'm just like, oh man, I think I'm feeling dizzy, and I need to clock in at work anyways. So I work in a company here, so I need to get up, be awake for my job, right? And the building is shaking. I'm just like, yo, what is this? It's not as big as like the previous earthquakes, right? But then it doesn't stop. It just gets stronger and stronger. And I'm just like, holy crap, I'm butt naked, right? I got no clothes on. I can't run out of my room. And I just don't know what to do, right? So but I'm still working because I'm clocked in, right? So I'm just like, okay, I got priorities right now. We got glasses that are about to fall off the table and maybe like spill, like maybe just like drinking glasses, right? Or like heavy objects that could fall, right? Maybe the books are all falling, and my priority is actually to save my laptop because I'm afraid of not being able to answer a work call, right? So then I'm over here like putting my body all over my laptop, hoping everything, like I have like Xbox controllers above it all over, like I have it set up above my PC and things are falling down. And I'm just like, please don't break the laptop. Please don't break the second monitor. So then we're good after the earthquake happens. And then I go outside, right? I go out of my room. I want to take the elevators. Oh, guess what? The elevators aren't working. And I live on the 7th floor. So then I'm just like, okay, I'm going to take the creepy stairs that I've never taken before. So I go down the creepy stairs. I go to a nearby coffee shop. It's a Dreamer's coffee shop. And then inside, on the 1st floor, guess what? I'm in a meeting, a very important meeting. We have an earthquake again on the 1st floor in Dreamer's. All the coffee cups or glasses are shaking. You can see the beans moving. Everyone's just kind of like looking at each other on the 1st floor like, what do we do? And I'm just thinking like, okay, I guess I'm on the 1st floor. Everyone doesn't know what to do, and I don't know what to do. I guess if the building collapses, I'm okay with it because I'm in the meeting for work, so that's not an issue anymore. I don't think I'm going to be able to run out. So I just kind of accept it. And then some moments go by, it stops again, and then I'm thinking, okay, actually, let me get to Nehu, where I work. So I go outside. I'm just looking at the store buildings. The whole window wall, like a wall made out of window, like when you go eye shopping at a jewelry store, shattered. So I was just like, yo, dude, I could become a millionaire if I was just like going there.
That's what you thought at the time?
That's what I was thinking. I was just like, yo, what if I just take this like gold chain and sell it? But I don't because I'm a good citizen, right? So then I head over to the MRT. And then they're saying, hey, the MRT's closed for an hour or so. Yeah. And I'm just like, yo, I'm supposed to be at my company clocked in, but I'm at home. And then I'm outside with an earthquake. And then what I eventually do is... Actually, I can't remember what I did after that. But that was my earthquake experience on April 2nd or 3rd. And then later, maybe like a week later, my mom calls me all worried. Like, oh my God, are you okay, son? There's an earthquake. And I'm just like, that was last week. Yeah. And I've been like talking to you this entire time.
How would you, if you were to summarize it in one sentence, can you give it like a title, your earthquake story?
Being in an earthquake while forgetting, no.
I was thinking, 会斗的咖啡豆.
会斗的咖啡豆. Oh, do you want it in Chinese?
It can be anything, man. We speak the both. We speak both.
We speak the both. Longest I.
Longest I. All right. So I'll just go ahead and talk about mine. I know which date it was because the night before I sprained my ankle on a night out drinking.
So that means when the building's shaking, you gotta run. You can't run.
I can't run. I thought about dude.
Like
it shook for a while too. It's not like the previous ones where it's like you shake a little bit.
This one was like a good minute, 2 minute, 3 minute.
Yeah. And only around because it lasted more than like 15 seconds. I was like, oh dang, this one's like probably serious.
And then every hour after, there was like a lot of 余震. Aftershocks, yeah.
So I'm laying on my bed, and I live on the 15th floor.
Oh.
And dude, my my guitar was falling. I had like things come like drawers opening. I think water splashed out of my toilet. That was the damage. But I just stayed in bed. Yeah. Water splashing out of the toilet, dude, that's like nightmare fuel. But I had an appointment at the hospital to check my ankle. So I just called a cab after, and then
On the day of the earthquake.
like literally right after the earthquake happened, I got up, put on sandals, and then called a cab. And then I was talking to the cab driver. I'm like, "Yo, that was like, did you feel that earthquake, man?" He was like,
it's like typical day in
"Yeah."
Taiwan.
She was like, "Oh, 对啊，然后我就被叫醒了，然后就上班." Like what?
这是正常的啦。
No, because in those moments, it's like, you. There's a split second where you're like, I gotta run, but then you're like, where am I gonna run?
Exactly. You just
then-
accept your fate.
It's kind of cool, dude.
Well, I try to think of like, hey, my building will protect me because, you know, earthquakes happen so often here that I would believe that the way the building
Yeah.
collapses would be in my favor. But then you see in Hualien,
Well, if it does.
there's a picture of a Hualien. There's just a building. It just slanted. If I lived on the first floor, I would be crumbled. A lot of people think living on the first floor is the safest because you can escape the easiest out of the building. But actually, it's the stuff on the top that crumbles and crushes what's on the bottom, depending on how it's designed.
That's true, man. Yeah, Hualien is very unfortunate because I think they're much closer to like the tectonic plate thing
Yeah.
going on. Well, I mean, they had a higher Richter scale than what we experienced.
Yeah.
So that's why you have those pictures of like the lopsided buildings. I don't know about like which floor I'd rather be on in an earthquake. I'd rather just not be in an earthquake.
So this kind of goes back to like where we are from, right? So we're from the US, right? We don't get earthquakes. And then actually when I first came to Taiwan in 2016, and then the years after, every time we felt an earthquake in Taipei, it's been rather small. And then every time I'm just like, yo, this is kind of cool.
Surfs
the
up.
world, the world is shaking.
Cowabunga.
This year was the first time I was just thinking like, okay, I might actually jump out this window.
Yo, crazy. What? That no way.
No, I'm not jumping out the window.
No, but how is that an option?
Right? Because when you open the window, there's a steel cage in front of your window. You can't even jump out if you wanted to.
You're not afraid of heights?
I'm not afraid of roller coasters. Does that give you any meaning?
I think roller coasters is kind of like an earthquake in the air simulator.
So I'm not afraid of air simulators, but I'm afraid of heights. Oh, let me tell you something I have been experiencing every day since the earthquake. It's called 幻象地震. It's called, in English, phantom earthquakes. So basically, you can search it up online. So basically, you become sensitive to any kind of movement so that you could just be sitting down and you feel like there's an earthquake happening.
Well, I mean, it might have been like an aftershock.
So I look at my lamp, and my lamp will move every time there's an aftershock. So I can tell that way. If the lamp's moving, I'm not tripping. 我没有在跌倒. But if the lamp isn't moving, but like everything is moving, then it's definitely me. And then I saw on Reddit, there's other people also talking about feeling phantom earthquakes. And apparently it takes a couple weeks to like get out of that phase. But then we had another earthquake at like 2 a.m.
Yeah,
And
not
it
last
is-
week or something.
And then it just kind of brought it all back.
Do they wake you up? The one at 2 a.m. Did that wake you
So
up?
it did wake. No, so my girlfriend woke me up, and I was just like, 又来了, 算了. And then I just went back to sleep. How about you?
I was up,
Okay.
and I'm
First
just like
floor?
15th floor,
I
and
guess
I'm
a
on my
party,
computer.
streaming.
Yeah, like I'm like, well, I'm not gonna stand because my ankle is still healing. I think I had my leg like propped
Just
up.
accept your fate. Whatever happens, happens.
I think I propped my foot up because the Rice method,
Mhm.
raise, ice, compression, elevate.
Rice method to me is putting my water damaged phone into a bag of rice.
Is there a pun about ankles and rice to be made in Mandarin? Like, fan jiao huai jiao, or the jiao
Like an
huai
idiom?
jiao huai ban fan, jiao huai ban fan. No, that doesn't sound good.
It doesn't. What are you on about? Are you trying to enter this
I'm
Chinese joke society?
No, I'm just saying. I wanna like see if there's like a Tengyu to
That
be
you can
made.
make?
Yeah.
These customized chungyus?
Well, like jiao also means to mix.
Yeah.
So and jiao is like a foot.
Yeah.
So jiao fan. Wait, what am I talking about? Anyway,
Mixing the
yeah.
the rice.
Oh, the thing about the ankle thing is right when we were going to start the podcast. Actually, we were actually going to start the podcast the day of the earthquakes, or something like that, that very week. But it didn't happen because I sprained my ankle.
Is that why?
Yeah, because I got the microphone that week.
Oh, okay.
In the mail.
I didn't know. I just I didn't know that's why.
That's true. This is very loose. We're just
Because I kind of check my phone and then I don't check it
yeah.
and then I don't reply back to people. And people are like, "Why don't you reply?" And I read their message. Like when you open up a phone, you see the message there. I'll read it, reply in my head, or think I'll reply later, and then I don't reply.
You need that like Apple chip to like reply.
Did
for
you see that the news about that
No. The Mario Kart.
with Tesla?
Mario Kart.
Not Mario Kart.
So
Okay, so Tesla did a test on a guy. They did surgery. They put a chip into his brain.
Right, and he played Mario Kart.
I don't know what he played, but he was able to control a computer. Very basic things. He can't type, obviously, but I think he was able to move the mouse and do the right and left clicks by just thinking. What do you think about that? The future.
Mind controlling devices.
Yeah, with your brain.
Can
Can you accept that?
The thing is, you're gonna have to accept it.
Do we?
Actually,
Is
no.
that
I'm
justice?
doing a pretty good job at like not accepting digital payments.
Yeah, you're a hassle.
Yeah.
So like I want to send this guy money, right? And no one uses cash because
It's
who use- It's 2024, right? Like get with it or get lost. And he chooses to get lost.
Like that's like the biggest like pet peeve is that I don't have line pay.
And he won't
But do you okay?
make
Well,
the
okay.
initiative to get it.
Do you think line pay is like the what's it called?
It's the WeChat of Taiwan.
No, I wasn't gonna say that. I was gonna say the quintessential like you are not of Taiwan unless you have line pay.
No, but many shops here take it. Even the night markets are starting to take Line Pay. And then you just literally link it up to your foreign card or your local card, and then you just pay.
Well, yeah, so because people say like once you have Zaiju, that's like oh yeah, you know Taiwan, you are Taiwan tone.
Line Pay is the next step to that, I think.
Yeah.
And even Zaiju is inside of Line Pay.
No, it's more like line pay has a Zaiju function.
So why don't
Feature.
you have Line Pay?
I
We know all the benefits. What are the negatives? What makes you not want to like progress your life?
maybe I just like cash.
Weird.
Maybe I just like bills.
Weird.
Maybe I like the way money sounds when you.
He plays with his coins. Weird.
Oh, dude, yeah, coins. The way they sound
How do they sound?
like coins. No, I'm all about cash
Like this guy has 2 phones in Taiwan.
and no mobile payment methods.
He has 2 phone numbers. He won't even make a local number.
No, I do.
Oh, you have one now.
I have one now. Because it's my that's how I get my 7-Eleven membership. Oh, this guy lives in Taiwan for sure.
Yeah, I don't have any memberships to any places.
Wait, actually?
Or maybe Kama Coffee.
Oh yeah, that sounds.
But like I never see it around anymore.
You definitely have a membership for something. Rock climbing gym.
Is that even a membership though?
I think it is because we signed the.
It's a forced membership to enter the gym.
Still-
I don't consider those real memberships
Why?
because in order to use your service, I have to sign up to a membership. It doesn't sound like a membership where it's optional. So, and because it's optional and I choose to have it, I want to be a part of it.
So when you see a sign that says members only, you're like, this is not a membership. This is
If it
this
says,
is a phantom member.
if it says members only, I probably don't want it.
幻想会员
Phantom membership.
Phantom membership. What do you think? What do you think the future of earthquakes is?
Is that a question? Ask me another question.
Okay.
Ask me anything else. Dude, I've been like chugging,
Yeah, you
My
went
coffee.
Down. You downed that.
and you're like still at full cup.
Do you like it? Do you like the having a drink while podcasting?
I think it's okay, but I feel like I'm constantly drinking. Like I'm sipping on this like every other sentence.
I think we should do different episodes. I actually like what we're doing right now, this cafe podcasting. And then we can like leave a review of the cafe. Is that something we should do? Or like leave a review? Rate it on a scale of
But
like...
if we do a real review, I think we should at least be honest with how we review it. As in, we only ordered an Americano and a cappuccino. How can you base the whole review off these two items? We didn't get a dessert. We didn't get any food.
Then how do usual reviews work?
At least get something of each item.
No, that's not how reviews...
I mean,
they're not like buying the
well,
whole menu.
Well, are you reviewing that cup of coffee or are you reviewing the cafe? Because then it comes down to what is a review? Because I could just come in here and look around. Oh, this place looks nice. Leave 5 stars. Nice environment.
All right, what you're telling me? Yeah, that's okay. So criteria, like, what's our criteria
Yeah.
for these reviews?
Yeah.
Just on a scale of 1 to 10, how nice it was to record a podcast at this cafe.
I think the weather is quite nice today, not too hot.
No,
So we have a breeze, and it's been a good experience. But is it because of Notch? I can't say it is.
I just, it.
To me, this is just a table.
No, but not every cafe has tables like this to be set up for the podcasting. You see what I mean? Like, we are interacting with our space.
Okay, it's quite nice. Next
Yeah.
question.
Podcastable?
Yes.
1 to 10? No, just yes or no. Podcastable?
Podcastable.
Yes. Okay.
If we are able to consistently get this type of spot.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I think in the future, I mean, we'll find camera setups for different cafes.
Yeah.
We can do like the one where we sit across each other and like have that camera, this camera, that kind of thing going on.
Yeah, we could do that.
But dude, I think we're good to wrap up unless we want to have like we want to do a little like.
Yeah, let's say a prayer.
Wait, do you know how to conduct a prayer?
No, I don't know how to pray.
Yeah, I was thinking we could do like a little game each episode, but I can't think of one right now. We can do like word association games.
Okay.
Something really quick.
Okay.
All right, let's just start off with like a really simple one. One of those like jielong. Do you know jielong?
No.
Where it's like I say, okay, so I'll say one word in Mandarin. We'll do Mandarin, right?
Okay.
So I'll say like,
You say like a character, and I say a follow-up character, and then you say a follow-up
I say
character?
soji, right?
Uh-huh.
Soji, and you have to think of something that begins with G, something else.
Okay.
And it doesn't have to be like the same G. It can be like G.
So think of like pinyin instead of Chinese characters.
just by sound. Just by sound.
Okay, that's like pinyin to me.
Okay.
Okay.
I would say phonetically Mandarin. Phonetically.
Okay, you start.
No, you start.
Okay, Ji Chang.
Ji Tang. Tang. Dude, I think I lost.
All right, I can go off of that. Changfen.
Oh.
How did we pay? Separately, right?
No. You still gotta have some tones. Actually, I don't know about tones. Tones are just propaganda. Okay, fine. Fen
Okay.
Kai Swan.
But the swan is not part of Feng Kai.
No, but I'm saying Fen Kai Swan, so think of something that starts with Swan.
Suan Ming.
Ooh. 命运
Yun Qi.
气管
Guandeng.
灯泡
Pao.
炮
Pao Yo.
友情
请问
Ooh. I feel there's a 问题 I can't think of another one. 问题 yeah.
提款
Ooh. 款 Ooh.
Ooh.
款 I think you win, dude.
3, 2,
款
1.
款
I got you. Quan Song.
What is that?
Big and loose, like wide and.
Oh, 宽松 Okay, fine.
All right, that wraps it up.
Yeah.
Or are we still playing?
No, I forfeit, dude. I think you won.
All right.
But that's a good game. I played I played that game a lot
Okay.
when in my days.
Hey, no, bye.
We'll do that. We should do an episode fully on
Games.
those games.
Okay.
In another time. But I think
we
this
need
one
more people for that.
we'll wrap up. Yeah, we should have one where we teach someone.
Yeah.
Okay, word. So that's Jielong and you're the winner. 赢家在这边.
Zimbabwe #1.
See you next time.